Breaking news: Ukrainian drones have penetrated far into Russian territory, striking and destroying some of Moscow's most advanced bombers. The Kremlin is shaken by this bold assault. Stay tuned as we reveal how Ukraine orchestrated this daring mission and explore its implications for global military strategy. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we cover a dramatic military event that has sent shockwaves worldwide. Ukraine's drone attack on Russian strategic bases. This unprecedented mission involved Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles infiltrating deep into Russian airspace to target and destroy several of Moscow's most powerful bombers. These aircraft are key to Russia's long-range strike ability and nuclear deterrence strategy. In this video, we will analyze the planning, execution, and consequences of this historic strike. Over recent years, Ukraine has heavily invested in drone technology and asymmetric warfare tactics, granting them a strategic edge despite Russia's superior conventional forces. The success of this strike highlights not only technological innovation, but also meticulous operational planning. Satellite images released post-attack show widespread destruction to aircraft hangars and radar systems. Experts note that such an operation demands careful intelligence gathering, coordination across multiple military units, and flawless execution to circumvent air defense networks. This attack marks a shift in modern warfare where unmanned systems can threaten even the most heavily fortified sites. The psychological impact on Russian forces is considerable, illustrating vulnerability deep within their territory. In the following segments, we will examine the strike's primary targets, the technology employed, immediate outcomes, global reactions, and long-term strategic consequences. By the end, you'll appreciate why this operation represents a turning point in the Ukraine-Russia conflict and modern military strategy. The triumph of Ukraine's drone strike on Russian bases was no accident. It was the product of precise planning, intelligence gathering, and seamless coordination among multiple units. Ukrainian military planners first pinpointed high-value targets, focusing on the strategic bomber fleet, radar installations, and essential infrastructure. This operation required synchronization between drone pilots, intelligence analysts, and field teams to ensure drones launched at the most effective moment for maximal damage. Satellite reconnaissance, intercepted communications, and insider information mapped base layouts and revealed weaknesses in Russian air defenses. Timing was critical. The strike coincided with Russian military drills, lowering the chance of immediate counterattack. Each drone was pre-programmed with exact GPS coordinates and flight routes, allowing operators to steer them in real time while evading detection. Electronic warfare units jammed radar and communication signals simultaneously, keeping the drones hidden until impact. Mobile command centers located in secure zones near the border enabled real-time decisions and adjustments. Analysts emphasize that such precision and coordination are rare, especially against heavily guarded locations. This level of planning underscores Ukraine's growing sophistication in modern combat and strategic use of technology to offset conventional disadvantages. The operation's success shows how asymmetric tactics disrupt superior forces and meet strategic goals with minimal risk to personnel. By disabling critical assets inside Russian territory, Ukraine delivered both tactical and psychological blows. Ukraine's main goal during the drone strike was to neutralize Russia's strategic bombers, including the Tu-160, Tu-95, and Tu-22M aircraft. These bombers form the core of Russia's long-range strike and nuclear deterrent capacity. Taking them out limits the Kremlin's ability to project power far beyond its borders. The drones were aimed at hangars, maintenance buildings, and runways to prevent timely repair or redeployment of the planes. Secondary targets included radar facilities, control towers, and fuel storage vital for operational readiness. Ukrainian intelligence zeroed in on airbase weaknesses like radar blind spots and slow response times during drills. By attacking both aircraft and infrastructure, Ukraine maximized the operational impact. Satellite images after the strike revealed dozens of planes destroyed or heavily damaged, hangars demolished, and fuel depots ablaze. These results severely degrade Russian military capability and send a strong psychological warning. No asset is invulnerable. Experts argue that such strikes highlight drones' rising importance in modern warfare, where precision, speed, and surprise outweigh brute force. The mission also tests integrating unmanned systems with intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) to conduct high-value strikes. By hitting multiple facets of Russian air operations at once, Ukraine undermined both tactical and strategic Russian abilities, signaling a shift in conflict power dynamics. The drone strike showcased advanced unmanned aerial technology and strategic innovation. The drones, primarily FPV first-person view, UAVs carrying high-explosive payloads, operated with pinpoint accuracy against fortified targets. Operators used real-time data to adjust flight paths and avoid radar detection. Beyond the drones, electronic warfare units jammed radar and communications during the attack. This combination allowed Ukrainian forces to penetrate deep into Russian territory with minimal personnel risk. Analysts note this operation is a landmark in contemporary warfare, proving smaller forces can leverage technology effectively against larger conventional armies. Ukraine's drones were also built for swift deployment, coordinated from mobile command centers near borders controlling multiple units simultaneously. This flexibility enabled a synchronized strike across several airbases, maximizing impact while reducing exposure. The operation also highlights Ukraine's growing domestic capacity to produce and customize drones tactically, lessening dependence on foreign supplies. Military experts stress that integrating ISR with unmanned systems is redefining combat strategy. By combining drones, electronic warfare, and detailed intelligence, Ukraine achieved a strike that was both surgical and psychologically devastating. This event reinforces how technological innovation in asymmetric warfare can decisively shape battlefield outcomes. A crucial element of the operation's success was surprise. Despite Russia's extensive air defenses, Ukraine exploited timing, deception, and precise intelligence to evade detection. Drones launched from concealed border locations followed intricate routes avoiding radar coverage. Ukrainian analysts studied Russian exercises to find vulnerability windows when defenses were lax. Electronic jamming further hindered communications and radar, preventing early warnings. The strike's timing aligned with maintenance schedules and personnel shifts, minimizing chances of prompt counteraction. Surprise enabled simultaneous attacks on multiple bases, overwhelming Russian response. Experts underline that surprise is pivotal in modern asymmetric warfare, especially for smaller forces opposing superior powers. By coordinating drones, jamming units, and intelligence, Ukraine fashioned a complex offensive Russian forces could not anticipate. The psychological shock was equally profound, as the Kremlin saw irrefutable proof of deep territorial vulnerability. Military strategists worldwide now analyze this attack as a textbook example of blending technology, timing, and intelligence to maximize effect with minimal risk. The success demonstrates that even fortified facilities can fall to unconventional tactics when planners skillfully exploit intelligence and timing. Ukrainian forces rewrote engagement rules through surprise, precision, and coordination, delivering an operation resonating across the global military community. In the immediate aftermath, reports indicated over 40 aircraft destroyed or badly damaged, including two 160, two 95, and two 22M bombers, plus reconnaissance planes and helicopters. Hangars lay in ruins, fuel depots burned, and radar systems were disabled. Russian officials initially minimized the damage, claiming only minor harm. However, satellite images and independent analyses confirmed the extensive destruction, leaving no room for doubt. Operational readiness at targeted bases was critically impaired, forcing Russian forces to relocate assets and conduct emergency repairs. The Kremlin faced both a tactical setback and a psychological blow, as the attack revealed the susceptibility of essential infrastructure deep inside Russia. Analysts believe training schedules, operational plans, and strategic deployments were also disrupted. The loss of aircraft hampers immediate strike ability and affects long-term nuclear deterrence posture. Global media covered the event extensively, highlighting drone warfare's effectiveness in modern conflict. Social media and military forums spread images and videos, amplifying the psychological impact on Russian forces. Beyond tangible damage, the strike triggered a reassessment of defense strategies in Russia, prompting reviews of air defense coverage, drone countermeasures, and operational security protocols. Overall, the aftermath shows Ukraine's rising operational prowess and the transformative impact of unmanned systems in warfare. Internationally, the response was swift. NATO countries expressed concern over heightened tensions, but praised Ukraine's technological precision and tactical skill. Analysts from Europe, the US, and Asia viewed the attack as a clear sign that unmanned systems can shift power balances in modern wars. Some nations urged diplomatic efforts to avoid escalation, emphasizing restraint. Military think tanks lauded Ukraine's strategic creativity, noting such operations highlight asymmetric warfare effectiveness. Media worldwide spotlighted the strike's boldness and accuracy. The psychological effect on Russian allies and global observers was profound, sparking debates about how major powers face threats from technologically advanced smaller forces. Experts stress that drone warfare is reshaping strategy, making counter-UAV measures, radar upgrades, and electronic warfare essential. Social media bursts with viral images showing devastation at air bases. The strike also prompted countries to rethink their defense investments and drone capabilities. Governments closely watch Ukraine's drone progress, acknowledging the power of combining intelligence, technology, and strategy to deliver outsized impacts even against defended targets. In conclusion, global reactions range from alarm to admiration, underlining the strike's significance in both military and geopolitical arenas. The drone strike deeply impacts Russia's military strategy by degrading operational capacity and shaking the credibility of its long-range strike potential. The destruction of two 160, 295, and 222M bombers affects nuclear deterrence planning and may delay key operations. Further, the attack exposed weaknesses in air-based defense, forcing Russia to rethink security protocols, radar coverage, and anti-drone measures. Experts note the psychological damage rivals the physical, likely lowering troop morale and confidence in asset protection. This event may accelerate Russian development of anti-drone tech, electronic warfare, and fast response tactics. Strategically, it signals that targets deep inside hostile territory are no longer safe from precision unmanned assaults. It also challenges old beliefs about air defense and readiness. By proving that smaller, tech-savvy forces can inflict serious damage, Ukraine has changed future operational thinking. Russia now grapples with immediate tactical challenges and long-term dilemmas about force protection, asset allocation, and deterrence reliability. The strike could influence global military doctrines, emphasizing the increasing role of unmanned systems in securing strategic advantages. For Ukraine, this mission is an extraordinary strategic triumph. Beyond destroying planes and infrastructure, it showcases the power of asymmetric warfare, precision tech, and innovative planning. This achievement boosts Ukraine's international reputation, signaling to allies and foes their capability to conduct impactful operations with minimal risk. At home, it raises morale among troops and civilians, strengthening confidence in national defense. It validates Ukraine's investments in drone tech, intelligence, and electronic warfare. Strategically, the strike shifts regional power, showing how smaller forces can challenge larger militaries through technology and creativity. Analysts believe lessons from this strike will inform future operations that erode enemy capabilities while minimizing risks. The operation also improves Ukraine's negotiation position globally by proving tech sophistication and operational skill. By blending intelligence, planning, and technology, Ukraine sets a new standard in modern combat, highlighting unmanned systems' transformative power. Long-term benefits stretch beyond the battlefield, affecting global military thinking and proving innovation can level the playing field against more numerous foes. In closing, Ukraine's drone strike on Russian airbases is a defining moment in modern military history. It demonstrates how technology, intelligence, and precise planning can fulfill strategic goals while protecting personnel. The destruction of Russia's advanced bombers carries both tactical and psychological weight, underscoring innovation's crucial role in today's conflicts. Ukraine's success signals the rising influence of unmanned systems in warfare, heralding a new era in operational strategy worldwide. As militaries across the globe study this operation, lessons on coordination, tech integration, and asymmetric tactics will shape future doctrines. If you found this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for deeper insights.